Welcome to the Wine Downloads Podcast.
Tired of feeling lost in the world of wine? Overwhelmed by confusing labels and snooty sommeliers?
Then grab a glass and download some knowledge.
We're the podcast that makes learning about wine fun, easy, and approachable for everyone.
No more wine anxiety, just pure enjoyment. Cheers to that.
This is the Wine Downloads Podcast and your host, Scott Hall.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another amazing episode of the Wine Downloads Podcast. Scott and I are so happy to have you here. Before we begin chatting, I'd like to share with you something I heard from one of my favorite communities and sponsors. Can you describe your wine in 3 words? Do you listeners ever struggle to describe a wine without sounding like a sommelier or just saying, "It's good"? If so, I have a trick to make it fun. Here it goes. It's called the One Sip Challenge, and it is super simple. Take a sip of your wine. Without overthinking, pick 3 words that describe what you taste or feel. Here are some easy ways to break it down and a few ideas. Fruity words could be cherry, citrusy, jammy, tropical. Earthy words could be oaky, spicy, smoky, herbal. Texture words could be smooth, bold, crisp, velvety. Vibe words, which are always fun to use, could be refreshing, cozy, intense, playful. And I'll throw these examples at you as well. A Sauvignon Blanc might be zesty, crisp, tropical. A Cabernet Sauvignon could be bold, dark, smooth. See, wasn't that easy? So much more fun than saying, "It's good." Makes you sound like a real expert. If you're looking for more fun tips like this, then I encourage you to join us and deepen your wine knowledge while connecting with fellow enthusiasts in our Wine Ambassador community. In just 5 minutes a day, you can learn about wine skills, tips, myths, and pairings, and even fun tricks like I just shared with you here. I encourage you to engage in lively discussions, attend exclusive events like Wine Down Wednesdays with industry experts like David Harmon, the founder of wine.com, and elevate your wine journey. Check out winedownload.com/community and join our conversation. All right, handing it over to you, Scott.
Thank you, Olivia, and hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Wine Downloads Podcast, the go-to podcast for all things wine-related. Today, we're diving into the enticing world of aperitifs. As many of you know, aperitifs are the perfect pregame drink that sets the tone for an unforgettable evening. I'm joined, as you know, by my awesome co-host, Olivia Monroe, our expert in the realm of aperitifs. Let's dive into this fascinating topic, starting with the definition and significance of aperitifs in the culinary world. Aperitifs are often underestimated, but they hold an essential position in enhancing our culinary experiences. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely, Scott. Aperitifs serve as a delightful introduction to a meal, stimulating the appetite and enhancing the dining experience. They trace back to ancient times when they were used for medicinal purposes. Over the centuries, they've evolved, acquiring cultural significance in various regions around the world. In fact, in places like France and Italy, aperitifs are integral to the dining culture. These beverages prepare the palate for the culinary journey ahead and offer a moment of relaxation and connection before the meal.
It's fascinating how aperitifs have evolved from a health tonic to a sophisticated introduction to meals. This evolution highlights their ability to adapt to cultural and culinary shifts. What's particularly intriguing is the way different cultures have embraced and shaped this tradition. You mentioned France and Italy. How do their interpretations of aperitifs differ?
That's a great question. In France, aperitifs are typically lighter and often feature ingredients that are local to different regions, such as pastis, which is flavored with anise, or kir, which is a mix of white wine and crème de cassis. Meanwhile, in Italy, the focus is often on bitter liqueurs like Campari or Aperol. These bittersweet flavors stimulate the appetite and are enjoyed in the form of cocktails like Negroni and the ever-popular Aperol Spritz. Each culture brings its own flair and signature to the aperitif tradition, reflecting both local tastes and culinary identities.
I love how each culture infuses their heritage into aperitifs, making them a sensory gateway into the cultural nuances of food and drink. Let's get into the types of aperitifs, classic versus modern interpretations. I find that both have a unique charm, but they cater to different preferences and occasions, don't you think?
Precisely, Scott. Classic aperitifs embody tradition and simplicity. Think of a crisp, dry martini or a refreshing gin and tonic. These drinks have stood the test of time because of their balanced flavors and elegance. However, modern aperitifs are all about innovation and experimentation. They incorporate a variety of spirits, fresh ingredients, and creative techniques that cater to contemporary palates. Modern interpretations might feature infused spirits, handcrafted bitters, or even elements of molecular gastronomy, providing a new spin on the traditional concept.
It's exciting to think about how modern aperitifs are pushing boundaries while staying respectful of their roots. Let's talk about the key flavor profiles in crafting or selecting aperitifs. The balance of flavors seems essential in creating an aperitif that can awaken the senses without overpowering the meal to come.
Absolutely. Balance is crucial. When crafting an aperitif, you want to aim for a harmony of flavors that are both enticing and palate cleansing. Common profiles include bitter notes to spark the appetite, accompanied by acidity to refresh and prime the senses. Herbal elements add complexity, while a touch of sweetness can provide a more rounded experience. It's important to remember that the primary purpose is to prepare and invigorate, not to dominate the meal that follows.
A well-crafted aperitif does indeed set a tantalizing tone for the meal. Speaking of settings, let's delve into ideal food pairings. Aperitifs, when paired well, can create a symbiotic relationship with appetizers, enhancing the start of a meal profoundly. What are some go-to pairings you found to be particularly effective?
Pairing aperitifs with the right appetizers can indeed elevate the initial dining experience. For example, a light champagne or prosecco pairs beautifully with shellfish like oysters or shrimp, emphasizing the delicate flavors. Bitters like Campari are well matched with salty snacks. Think olives or nuts, as their astringency cuts through the saltiness wonderfully. Then there's the classic pairing of a dry martini with smoked salmon or cold cuts. The martini's crispness stands up to the rich, unctuous flavors of the proteins.
These pairings are excellent examples of how aperitifs can enhance and complement appetizers. With all these combinations, it truly shows how aperitifs can be both versatile and sophisticated. For those at home who want to create their own signature aperitifs, what expert tips can you share about approaching this craft?
Crafting your own aperitifs can be an incredibly rewarding experience and opens the path for personalization. Start with a base spirit that you enjoy and consider the flavors you'd like to enhance. You can include fresh herbs from your garden, fruits currently in season, or a unique infusion you've wanted to try. Experimentation is key. Don't be afraid to try unusual combinations to see what works for your palate. Remember to balance the flavors. A simple rule is to aim for one contrasting element that excites the senses without overwhelming them. But before we continue here, Scott, let's take a moment to hear about one of our sponsors.
Absolutely. Thank you, Olivia.
Are you looking to level up your wine game? Need to impress your client or date at dinner with some Vino 411? Head to winecheat.com, the easiest way to master wine and food pairings, or keep up with the sommelier, all from a robust yet simple, downloadable cheat sheet. You can print it out or deal some knowledge from the secrecy of your phone with a simple glance. Armed with useful wine knowledge, you'll be savoring and impressing like a pro in no time. And right now, you can save $10 off the price with promo code PODCAST10. Visit winecheat.com today and uncork your new favorite bottle. All right, back to you, Scott.
Thank you, Olivia. Back to our show. Those are fantastic pointers for anyone looking to get a little creative and personalize their pre-dinner ritual. Since you touched on ingredients, could you share some recommendations for seasonal ingredients that might inspire fresh and unique aperitif options?
Of course, seasonal ingredients are a wonderful way to incorporate freshness and flair into your aperitifs. In the spring, you might play with fresh herbs like basil or mint, or fruity elements like strawberries and rhubarb. Summer lends itself to juicy peaches, cherries, and vibrant citrus fruits. Into the fall, try spices like cinnamon or star anise, paired with apples or pears. And for winter, warming spices with cranberries or pomegranate can offer a festive touch to your aperitifs. Always consider what is locally available and at its peak, as freshness can greatly enhance flavors.
I love the idea of marrying seasonal ingredients with aperitifs. It resonates with the seasons and brings a certain spontaneity to gatherings. Moving on, could you share some anecdotes from your experiences or insights from industry experts about the role aperitifs play at evening gatherings?
Certainly, Scott. Aperitifs have a unique social aspect. They provide a moment of pause before the main event, allowing guests to mingle, relax, and engage with each other. I recall an expert sommelier once sharing how hosting dinners with artisanal aperitifs enhanced connections among guests, creating conversations over shared flavors and favorite combinations. Another industry pro noted that aperitifs are a host's secret weapon, offering the perfect icebreaker while subtly introducing the evening's culinary themes. These insights highlight how aperitifs do more than tantalize taste buds. They facilitate a welcoming atmosphere and set the evening's mood.
Those are wonderful stories that truly underscore the communal and connective power of aperitifs. As we wrap up this episode, are there any must-try aperitifs you would recommend for our listeners who are eager to impress their guests from the very first sip?
Certainly. For a classic choice, you can never go wrong with a simple yet elegant Lillet Blanc served over ice with an orange wheel. For those inclined towards modern twists, consider trying a carbonated Negroni Spagliato. It's an effervescent take on the traditional Negroni, substituting gin with sparkling wine. For a non-alcoholic option, the Seedlip Garden and Tonic offers botanical notes with its blend of herbal elements and is perfect for inclusive galas. Each of these options brings a special touch to any gathering, inviting guests to savor the experience.
Those sound delicious and are sure to delight guests with their vibrant flavors. Sadly, that's all the time we have for today, but you've given us a comprehensive insight into the world of aperitifs. Thank you, Olivia, for sharing your expertise and passion. It's truly inspiring.
Thank you, Scott. It's always a pleasure to share and discuss the wonderful world of aperitifs with you and our listeners. I'm excited to see how everyone will incorporate these ideas into their gatherings. But before we head off, let's take a minute to thank one of our sponsors. Are you passionate about wine and eager to turn that passion into a profitable venture? With Wine Influencer Pro, you can become a certified wine influencer and earn up to $450 per day. Our step-by-step course teaches you proven marketing and social media strategies, guiding you from launching your business to generating passive income. Imagine working from anywhere, setting your own schedule, and sharing your love for wine with the world. Join our exclusive community of wine influencers and start your journey today. Visit wineinfluencerpro.com to learn more.
Thank you, Olivia. And for our listeners, we hope this episode opened your eyes to the magic of aperitifs and how they can enhance your social gatherings. Whether you're just beginning your journey or seeking to refine it, mastering the art of aperitifs can set the perfect stage for every culinary experience. Be sure to join our community on social media and share your own aperitif creations with us. Remember, at Wine Downloads Podcast, we're all about deepening your understanding and appreciation of wine and its wonderful cousins. Until next time, keep exploring, experimenting, and enjoying the finer things in life. Cheers!
That's it for this week's Wine Downloads.
We hope you feel a little more confident about your wine journey.
Remember to subscribe and share this podcast with your friends who are also eager to learn about wine.
And don't forget to check out our website for show notes and bonus content.
Until next time, cheers to exploring the world of wine, one download at a time.